Hey everyone, welcome back. Okay, so in this particular video, we're checking out the all-new PF112HLF, the new cabinet in the Portaflex series. Now, if you've seen my video on speaker designations, you'll know that obviously PF stands for Portaflex. 112, again, obviously stands for a single 12-inch speaker. And in the case of this cabinet, it is a custom-made stamp frame Eminence 12-inch driver. And then finally, HLF, horn, low frequency. 1-inch compression horn out front, as well as the speaker cabinet is ported to support lower frequencies or extended range basses. Now I'll take the grill off here in a second so we can take a look at what's going on underneath the grill in a few seconds here. The cabinet itself is a 200 watt 8 ohm box, rated at 200 watts, and it is wired for 8 ohms. The construction of the cabinet is 15 mil poplar ply. Very lightweight material, makes it a lot easier to carry and a lot easier to transport. Seeing we're talking about transporting it, take a look at the side-mounted dish style handle as well. A lot easier to pick up the cabinet with that style of a handle. The back side of the cabinet is pretty straightforward as well. You've got 2 1/4-inch input outputs wired in parallel so you can daisy chain to your heart's content. You also have an on-off switch so you can engage and disengage the horn on the front. Okay, so I was able to loosen the grill cloth by pulling on these 2 pull tabs on the bottom of the cabinet here. I don't know if you can see them, but let's get the grill the rest of the way off. This is what your grill cloth looks like, or your actual grill. These are the 2 pull tabs that I was talking about right here. Okay, make it easy to pull the grill off the cabinet if you should ever need to do so. Here's your 12-inch custom stamp frame Eminence driver, your 1-inch compression horn, and then a big old 4-inch port up here in the top right corner of the cabinet. Another thing I should mention about the PF112HLF is that it's a standard extension cabinet. It doesn't have the flip-top feature like the PF115HE or the PF210HE does. Now, the amp I'm using for this particular demo is the all-new PF50T. Now, if you're not familiar with the PF50T, be sure to check out my video on this guy as well. Primary focus of this video, though, is the PF112HLF. Now, the PF50T, the EQ on the front is all straight up flat. I'm not boosting or cutting anything. My P-bass volume tone straight into the amplifier. Get a nice... Now, I can dial in some bass, ultra low, scoop some of my mids, bring my treble up a little bit, and get a slap sound. Okay. I can also take actually leave the ultra low in, boost the bass, kill the treble, kill the mid-range, and okay, so you get the idea, that old Motown thumpy sound, okay? So the thing I love about 12-inch speakers and 12-inch cabinets is it's kind of a happy medium between a 10 and a 15. You get some of the transient response that you would get out of a 10-inch speaker, but yet you're moving almost as much air as you would out of a 15 without the slow response out of a 15-inch speaker. So that's the one thing I love about 12-inch speaker cabinets and 12-inch speakers in general. I'm going to switch basses here so that we can also hear what the cabinet sounds like with a more modded bass, such as an active 5-string. Okay, so I switched over to my trusty Lakeland 5-string active electronics. Of course, everything is still set flat, but you do hear the difference. You hear the sizzle coming from the horn. You hear a little more coming from the ports, especially with the low 5. Okay, with the B string. Now, That's with the horn engaged. Let me turn the horn off. Okay, you still hear some highs coming from the 12, but you don't hear that sizzle coming from the horn. Okay, turn it back on. Now, again, the EQ is set completely flat here. If I bring in some bass, ultra low. Okay, I can scoop some mids. You get the happity-tappity slap sound. Okay, bring everything back to flat. You still get that characteristic of the 12-inch speaker, that mid-range growl. Well, there you go, folks, the all-new PF112 HLF, an amazing sounding single 12-inch box for the Portaflex series. It's the perfect accompaniment for the PF50T or the PF20T or any Portaflex head for that matter, and now that I think of it, basically any Ampeg head in our lineup. Single 12-inch is perfect for studio work as well as live work. Put two of them together and you've got yourself a killer compact 212 rig. If you're looking for a single 12-inch cabinet, you owe it to yourself to check out the PF112 HLF. My name's Dino Minoxidil, and like I always say, you know it, play more bass.